Good morning, everyone. Happy Monday. Happy Martin Luther King Day as well. I hope you have off today. That would be great if you do. I hope you had a wonderful weekend and that you have a great full moon tonight or today. It's going to be at 6:48. I think it's going to be 6:48 p.m. You're going to have your full moon and Eastern time today in Cancer. We're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about your aspects for the entire week. Good morning, Fran. Nice to see you. Yeah, we're going to go through the whole week because unfortunately, this will be my only live this week. But you'll get to look at this video and I'll timestamp it later. So if you need to find out, oh, what's going on Wednesday or what's going on Saturday, all you need to do is review the video. In any case, let's talk about what's going on. We have our full moon in the sign of Cancer today. And it's the moon's day. So it's a double whammy of moon energy because Cancer rules the moon. So that makes it a day that is very, very sensitive, very, very subconsciously motivated. And it's really a good day to take it easy and to really send any negative emotions back to the ocean because Cancer is very oceanic and the ocean can be extremely healing. Good morning, Terry Mitchell. Nice to see you today. So it is the moon's day and we have a Cancerian full moon. Later on tonight at 11:02 p.m. EST, the moon will switch from Cancer to Leo, which is going to make the energy a lot more fiery, a lot more bright, a lot more conscious. Cancer is ruled by the moon, and Leo is ruled by the sun. And the sun is about consciousness, awareness, whereas the moon, it's more about the subconscious, the unconscious. So you can use your Cancerian moon today to nest and rest. Give yourself and others some extra TLC to tend to domestic matters, to send negative emotions back to the ocean. I know, me too, but I promise I will be back January 24th, which is next Monday. We'll start doing our lives again Monday. Your birthday was yesterday? Oh, well, happy birthday. You have a really nice solar return with a Plutonian aspect, so it's going to be really great. Should be really a good birthday year. Good morning, Jamie. Nice to see you. Yeah, so send any negative emotions back to the ocean today. It's good for healing. It's good for loving. It's good for connecting. It's good for emoting and allowing yourself, to be emotional if you need to be. Just let it go, right? Because it is a full moon, which is wonky in itself, and it's very, very moony because it's in Cancer. This full moon in particular is opposite Pluto. So it's a very transformative full moon. Very transformative because Pluto is god of the underworld and it's about transformation. So with the moon opposing Pluto, it's going to relate to our emotional understanding of ourselves and our compulsions, our deeply buried feelings, that stuff that might be hidden. And really, it's a matter of allowing ourselves to own the darker aspects of our personality, our old traumas, etc., and integrate them into our conscious lives so we can make decisions based upon who we want to be, not who we had to be previously. So it's a very transformative time. The Cancer energy is really very much about feeling at home within the self. So do whatever it is that you can to really build up that sense of emotional security within yourself. And that could be by spending time alone. That could be by connecting with people that you love. That could be by doing anything that makes you feel familiar and good. It is a time for reaping and harvesting awards, the full moon. You may start to see manifestations of your new moon goals. So under the new moon, we create typically like a wish list of all the things that you want to bring into your life, that you want to attract. And now under the full moon, we're going to start to see the manifestations of those. So even if, for instance, say you put on your new moon wish list a house, right? You might not have gotten your house by this point, 2 weeks after the new moon, but you might get a sense of what your house will look like. You might feel your house. You might see your house. You might pass by houses that you like. So if you're experiencing an emotion, that's a manifestation. Good morning, Florida Husky. Nice to see you today. I hope Florida is a nice day for you. It's a little rainy and cool here in LA today. So additionally, you're gonna feel a little bit of manifestation. So you might actually manifest something from your new moon, this full moon today. Yeah, it's going to be a really great full moon, and it's really a time the next 2 weeks to let go of what no longer serves us, what no longer serves our highest good. You could look at it as the new moon, you create your intentions and you say, I want this. And the full moon, you could remove blocks to your new moon goals. So essentially, only we are in the way of what it is that we want. So under the full moon, you can remove blocks or anything, any resistance. Oh, it's around 65 in Florida. Okay, that's good. We can work with that, right? Happy MLK Junior Day, Sonia. Nice to see you. We're going to look at his chart in a little bit too. I'm just going to get through the week's astrology and we'll talk about his awesome chart, which is going to, I think, help us a lot move into this new chapter because we have a lot of things that are changing astrologically. So yeah, we can use this full moon to let go of what no longer serves our highest need, our highest good. So it's a really good day for that. Saturday was Martin Luther King Jr.'s birthday, and we're going to look at his chart in a little bit. But before that, let's make sure that we like this video and subscribe to my channel if you could. I would appreciate that if you're not already subscribed. Good morning, Marlo in the making. Nice to see you. And yeah, tomorrow we're going to be under the waning moon cycle, right? Because we'll have our full moon today. So tomorrow is going to be all about letting go and continuing that whole theme of releasing things that are no longer for us, for our highest good. We also have Uranus turning direct tomorrow. So people who have strong Aquarius in their chart, oh boy, your ruling planet is going direct. So for all of us, this is going to be a big deal because Uranus rules like sudden change and really innovation and revolution and surprises and shocks. And it's been a little bit subdued lately, it having been retrograde, but it is going direct tomorrow. Is it tomorrow? When is it? Oh, the 18th. Yes, tomorrow. So keep that in mind. And if you have strong Aquarius in your chart, if your chart ruler is Uranus, oh boy, well, you will be off like a rocket. You might find yourself definitely full steam ahead if you have strong Uranus in your chart. Additionally, tomorrow, Tuesday, is Mars's day. So it's a great get shit done day. It's going to be a Leo moon. So definitely allow yourself to express yourself and have fun while you get your work done. I do think that you'll get a lot of work done if you have work to do under that Leo moon. So Leo keywords and phrases for tomorrow include playful, warm, creative, expressive, children, recreation, leadership, magnanimous, reliable, dramatic, entertaining, and fun. Leos are very fun. Good morning, Stone Enchantress. Nice to see you today. So also on Tuesday, it's Cary Grant's birthday. I don't actually know of Cary Grant that well, but it will be his birthday, and he was a Capricorn. And also tomorrow is Kevin Costner's birthday, who looks impossibly handsome in this photo. This is a while ago, obviously, but yeah, Kevin Costner's birthday is tomorrow as well. On Wednesday is National Popcorn Day. Yeah, National Popcorn Day on Wednesday. So make sure you pop some popcorn, maybe watch a movie. In addition to it being a waning moon, again, that letting go continues all this week and next week. The sun will enter Aquarius tomorrow. Every year, it enters Aquarius on a different day. That's why there are some people who are Capricorns who are born even up to the 20th of January some years. But tomorrow this year, Wednesday this year, the sun will enter Aquarius. Oh, good. I'm glad you like popcorn. Yeah, it's going to be National Popcorn Day, so make sure you pop some popcorn. The sun will enter Aquarius, so that means for the next 30 days, things are going to be a little bit lighter. So Capricorn creates the rules and then Aquarius breaks the rules. Or Capricorn creates these structures, which Aquarius then says, yeah, no, not really. This isn't going to work. But you have to, it's a perfect example of really needing to know the rules in order to break the rules. So when the sun is in Aquarius, starting Wednesday for the next 30 days, you might become aware of the structures that you have in your life that need to go bye-bye. And you might be like, yeah, this isn't really working. This isn't part of my vision, especially if you did a vision board on National Vision Board Day, which was, well, it was right on the heels of the first quarter moon. So I think it was like the 9th of January or the 8th of January. So like in regard to your hopes, dreams, wishes, and ideals, that's Aquarius. You might find yourself upending the old order in some respects with the sun in Aquarius, especially with Uranus going direct on the 18th. But additionally, on Wednesday, it's going to be a Mercury day because Wednesday is ruled by the planet Mercury. So be sure to pad your schedule with a little extra wiggle room. Moon will be in Leo on Wednesday. So you want to use your Leo moon for creativity, having fun, resting, relaxing, games, showing love and affection. Leos are very affectionate. Laughter and entertainment. Maybe you can go to the movies. I got to tell you, I saw Scream and I really was not. Maybe it wasn't Scream. Maybe it wasn't. Maybe it was just me and I was not in the greatest place, but I did not like that movie. I didn't like it. Just letting you know, I should have totally have seen Macbeth. But whatever. You are fashionably late. Yes, John, that is fine. Better late than never. That's what I say. I was raised by an Aquarius. I have two sisters who are Aquarius, and both my youngest daughter and granddaughter are Aquarius. Wow. I mean, that is a lot of energy. That's a lot of Aquarius energy. I mean, I don't know. I'd run for cover because like all this like unpredictability. Aquarians are like consistently unpredictable. I mean, they're fixed, so they're much more stable than a lot of the other signs, even though they're unpredictable. But that's a lot of Aquarius energy. A lot of Aquarius energy. So God love you, friend Marie. You're a Libra. So I guess maybe being a Libra helps you to balance all that Aquarius stuff. Additionally, on Wednesday, we have Dolly Parton's birthday. Look how excited she looks. She's already ready to celebrate her birthday. Even though this year, the sun entered Aquarius, will enter Aquarius on the 19th. Dolly is indeed a Capricorn. And she is just phenomenal, of course. It's also on Wednesday, Janis Joplin's birthday. Janis Joplin's birthday. Yes, exactly. Aquarians are totally unpredictable. But we're also consistent. We're also extremely stable. So unpredictable, but stable. Janis Joplin's birthday is also on the 19th. She too is a Capricorn, even though the sun enters Capricorn this Wednesday as well. And we also have Edgar Allan Poe's birthday on Wednesday. So you might want to maybe watch a scary movie or read one of his poems. Annabel Lee is my favorite poem of Edgar Allan Poe. And he also, all these three, even though the sun enters Aquarius this year on Wednesday, all these three are Capricorns, which makes a lot of sense. On Thursday, January 20th, it's Penguin Awareness Day. So, that's yeah. Oh, Edgar Allan Poe. Yeah. Interesting. He must have some strong Scorpio in his chart. I'll have to check. But Capricorns can be rather dark and morose. Yes, Aquarians are ahead of their time, and you can always count on us. I think so. I think Aquarians are pretty reliable and stable. So yeah, you have national, what is it? Oh yeah, Penguin Awareness Day. So remember your penguins. Maybe you have an animal totem who's a penguin. I wonder what that would mean. But yeah, remember your penguins on National Penguin Awareness Day, Thursday. It'll be Jupiter's day, so it's all about expansion and growth and opportunity. Your Leo moon will switch to Virgo in the morning, so we'll have a Virgo moon starting at 9:10 a.m. EST on Thursday. Virgo energy is a lot more buttoned up. So under the Leo energy, we're like, dramatizing things and having fun, and we might be rather liberal, right? And then the Virgo moon comes up and we're sort of like, oh, geez, I have to reel it in. I have to be more prudent. I have to be more careful. I have to shut up more because, Virgos definitely are very quiet because they're wise and they know you can't unring a bell. Whereas Leo doesn't really care typically. Good morning, Quilla Bright. Nice to see you today. So, for your Virgo moon on Thursday, order, analysis, service, work, health, diet, routine. Routine is a key word for Virgo. They love their routine. Clean, orderly, organized, intelligent, perfectionistic, dry humor, caring, cool, and kind. So keep that in mind for your Virgo moon on Thursday. On Thursday as well do you remember George Burns? What a great guy. He's just one of those guys that you just know are just great. Now, he indeed was an Aquarius, which makes a lot of sense because he's incredibly quirky. Also, on January 20th, it will be Bill Maher's birthday as well, another Aquarius who is acting a lot more rebellious lately in terms of what he's saying. Wait till Uranus goes direct. Let's see what he comes up with. So his birthday is also on the 20th, and both of these dudes are indeed Aquarians. So that's pretty cool. On Friday, January 21st, Friday is Venus's day, and it also is National Hugging Day. So you want to give people a hug. Maybe because we're doing so much online. Maybe it's an air hug. Air hugs are good. Maybe you give people an air hug on National Hugging Day. Or in real life, like a legitimate hug. That might be nice. It is Venus's day, so even if you're not hugging people, be sure to spread as much love as possible on Venus's day. It's going to really help you really make the most of the energy of this full moon that we have today. Virgo moon is good for service, enjoying nature, organizing, cleaning, perfecting, enjoying your body, health, exercise, and work. Also on Friday, you have Benny Hill's birthday. Now, Benny Hill was certainly an Aquarius. He was wild. The ideas that he came up with for his show were just insane. He was completely insane. Anyway, total Aquarius. But yeah, his birthday is on Friday. And now with the YouTube, essentially you can watch anything at all. You could watch old Benny Hill episodes if you wanted to. You could look at George Burns. There's so much that you can do with our wonderful YouTube that we have nowadays. On Saturday, January 22nd, we are, of course, still in the waning moon cycle, and it's Saturn's day. And this guy, he's like, okay, I need to get it together. He's exercising. He's got his red tights on. Jeez Louise. So yeah, you might want to pull it together on Saturday because it is Saturn's day and the moon will be in Virgo for most of the day. So with it being Saturn's day about restriction and discipline and responsibility, and also being a Virgo moon for most of your day, you may want to just clean, organize, or get some practical stuff done. Maybe laundry, and then you can loosen up come 5:02 p.m. EST because the moon will be in Libra. You're not going to want to probably clean when the moon is in Libra because Libra is a lot more, it's a lot more lazy, Venetian, but you need, what's so cool about astrology is it all falls in order. So say you have a house, right? Well, you have to clean your house, Virgo, before you decorate your house, right? I mean, it'd be stupid to decorate your house and get beautiful furniture and paintings and have it be filthy. So you want to clean and organize and order your house under the Virgo moon and then maybe beautify your house under the Libra moon. Or same thing even in terms of our bodies, right? You might want to make sure that your system is clean by drinking a lot of water and exercising, and then you buy clothes under the Libra moon. So it's nice balance. Libra keywords and phrases for when the moon enters Libra Saturday include partnership, social, beauty. They love to beautify things. They like pretty things. Harmony, adjustment, balance, refined, fair, diplomatic, and compromise. So it's definitely a good day, Saturday evening, to connect with other people, to partner up. And people should be rather amenable, which is nice. On Saturday as well, you have Michael Hutchins. How do you say his name? His name is Michael. Yep, Hutchins. So he was from NXS, and he had a. Well, he died. He died. I think he. I forget. It was drugs or some suicide, but he was from NXS and incredibly talented. And I believe he actually dated Kylie Minogue, which fascinating. I do wonder if one of Kylie Minogue's songs were dedicated to him. She does this one song that's really great called How Long Will I Love You? I do wonder if it was directed to him. But anyway, maybe listen. Yes, he committed suicide. Wah, wah. Oh, well. So yeah, he actually has a very strong Capricorn in his chart for somebody who is an Aquarius or had. Anyway, maybe listen to NXS. He has some really great. They had some really great songs. Beautiful Girl, Never Tear Us Apart. I think that's the name of it. Need You Tonight. Really good stuff. And on Sunday, January 23rd, is National Handwriting Day. Do you remember handwriting when we used to actually use our handwriting? Now it's like I used to have such great handwriting, but now I'm typing all the time that I think it's gone to pot. But you may want to bring it back. Maybe write a letter. Wouldn't that be nice to write actually a handwritten note to somebody? I think they might drop dead because they're, be so surprised. But yeah, it's National Handwriting Day, so maybe enjoy that. It will be the sun's day on Sunday, so be sure to enjoy your life, celebrate being alive. You'll have a Libra moon, which is really great. It's going to be good for you to partner up under your Libra moon, to compromise, beautify, go easy. It's a great night for a date, to socialize, to balance, and to make adjustments. And also on Sunday, this is an aspect that Proust, this is Proust, who had in his astrology chart when he was living. But yeah, the sun will conjunct Mercury, Mercury retrograde. So this is going to bring us mental alertness, quick thinking, and adaptability and curiosity. It's going to put the focus on our thinking, communications, and short distance travels. It's a great aspect for sharing ideas, making loose plans, and meeting with others. And it's a great day for taking a fresh look at what has stumped you before, because it's Mercury retrograde, right? So with the sun conjuncting Mercury retrograde, that stuff that you were trying to figure out before that may have seemed really impossible to figure out, you might be able to go back to it on Sunday with this aspect and figure it out, which could be really cool. So yeah, there we have it, folks. Now let's take a looky look at Reverend Martin Luther King's chart. This is one of my favorite quotes from Martin Luther King Jr. I think it just says so much, and it's so true and poetic. And I think we need to keep this in mind because, well, we need to not fight fire with fire at times. So, like anger, right? Anger has just one purpose, and that's to go out and create more anger. So, if like you're dealing with somebody who's angry and they trigger you or they get you angry as well, that purpose has been served. Whereas if somebody's angry and you don't engage, their anger has to go someplace else. And you also just want to kill people with kindness if you can. Especially honestly with this full moon. The full moon is opposing Pluto, so it can bring out the nasties. So you want to be extra careful and cautious and realize that people might be operating over the next 2 weeks, especially from a place that is not as light as usual. But you can stay in your lane and stay light as well. Oh, I did not know this. Wow, I had no idea. Jeez, yeah. But yeah, let's keep this in mind. Yeah, especially as we move forward, because Jupiter will be in Pisces as well, and it's going to be important to really tap into that energy of love, that Jesus consciousness. But this was Martin Luther King Jr.'s chart. Unfortunately, we don't have his time of birth, so you can ignore the Taurus rising. Unfortunately, I'd love to have given him a Taurus rising, but we can ignore the Taurus rising and the house placements. Oh, shiny side up. Yes, exactly. Kill them with kindness. That is key. But even if we don't have his time of birth, there's a lot of things that we can glean from this chart. First, we see his sun in very, very, very strong Capricorn at 25 degrees. And Capricorn really is about leadership. And Capricorn also rules the knees where we bend, right? So you'll see Capricorns do really, really well when they're seeing life through the lens of service, of bending the knee to kneel to the creator, to kneel and really serve in a lot of respects. And yeah, well, he did quite a lot of wonderful stuff for our world. Um, Big thing is, this sun in Capricorn does make a beautiful trine to his north node in Taurus, which makes perfect sense for Dr. King because the Taurus energy, the North Node, is all about the voice. It's all about speaking and it's all about values. And that really is what Dr. King is known for. He's known for expressing values and how we should live, and also his voice. What is also really interesting about this chart is the bunch of Pisces that he has here as well. He has a Pisces moon. We can pretty much, we're sure of that, which is the sign of compassion. It's the sign of understanding. It's the sign of love, unconditional love, agape. And really, it is also the sign of the subconscious and really being able to tap into what the world could be. And even though there's a wide, well, again, we don't know how wide that orb is between Venus and his moon. It could actually be really close. They could be conjunct because we don't know his time of birth. But we can gather that he definitely had a very, very strong Piscean nature in a lot of respects. And Pisces with Capricorn gets a tremendous amount of stuff done, of course. So we also have the fact that he built a movement on love. That's something to remember. And also, he really, with the Pisces energy, it's interesting. He may have been operating from an imagined reality in which things could be really, really great. Pisces is incredibly idealistic. But it's interesting. Like when I think of his I Have a Dream speech, I mean, it's idealistic, but it's not off the table. Like we should, like those dreams that he had in that speech, like, yeah, of course. Like it's reality. So it's a nice balance of that Capricorn and Pisces. He also said faith is taking the first step even when you don't see the whole staircase. And that's incredibly Piscean. And really, he can be a guiding light for us in a lot of respects as Jupiter enters. Well, it's in Pisces now, but with Jupiter in Pisces, we're going to expand by being more Piscean. Like that's going to be the key. So, yeah. Additionally, other stuff that's really interesting is his Mercury. His Mercury is in Aquarius at 11 degrees, which makes a lot of sense because Mercury governs communication and thought processes. And, well, Aquarians are visionaries and they're humanitarian. And it's really the sign that governs civil rights and teamwork. So it makes perfect sense that his Mercury, the way he thought, was an innovative Aquarius. So, yeah. Additionally, Aquarius is very like power to the people. If you think about it, astrologically, the opposite sign of Aquarius, Leo, is the king, whereas or royalty, and Aquarius is the people, and he was very much about the people as well. Additionally, he was a leader that people could relate to, which I think also makes sense with the way he communicated. Additionally, his Mars, which is the planet of war, is in Gemini. So the way he fights or fought is in a very intellectual kind of way. What's interesting, though, is that Mars in Gemini was retrograde, which I think is kind of fascinating because he was such an incredible fighter for civil rights. With Mars retrograde, if you have Mars retrograde, it's a matter of you still have that Mars, that get up and go, that drive, but it takes a little bit of time to get your engine running, right? But with Mars and Gemini, you fight with your lower mind. You fight by actually explaining concepts in a very, very literal way. And that Gemini Mars, even though it makes this semi-square with that Taurus energy, Gemini and Taurus are like neighbors. That Gemini energy, it really does help the Taurus energy because it gives thoughts and ideas and clarity. Would his Mars shed light on? Oh, okay. Um, yeah. I don't know. I think that perhaps it was a different time back then, in terms of why he stepped out on his wife. I don't know. I mean, nobody's perfect, and I would say that Capricorn with Pisces. I mean, there's a certain level of like temptation that is given to both signs, really. So I think Capricorn Pisces is very fascinating. I have a friend who has that, who's a Capricorn with the Pisces moon, like Martin Luther King, and they can be given toward temptation. I think like most of us, and really maybe that Mars does have to do with why he did do that. But I think that it's fair to say that you need to understand that we have both, right? We have a dark side and a light side, and perhaps I think especially with men who do, or women really, who do things that might be I don't know, like stepping out on their wife. Who's to say, to be honest, that if he hadn't stepped out on his wife and allowed himself to, I don't know, sow his wild oats, who's to say that he would have had the wherewithal to achieve as much as he did? I'm not saying that that justifies cheating on your wife. I'm saying that we don't really understand people until we can be in their shoes, and then there's no way that we could. But I think that for a lot of people, if he needed to do certain things in order to make such an impact in the world and to be stronger, etc. I mean, we do not know. Who's to say that she didn't step out on him? We don't know. Yes, exactly. Yeah. Um, yeah, I mean, what can we do? We can't, especially back then, I think. Additionally, though, he has Jupiter conjuncting Chiron in his chart in Taurus, which is really fascinating. So again, Taurus is the voice. And with Chiron, it's interesting. This is what's fascinating because Jupiter is all about expansion, and Chiron is a certain level of woundedness. So with Jupiter and Chiron, with him, the more he expands, there's more of this sense of pain or woundedness, which makes sense in the sense that as he got bigger and bigger and bigger, and really developed a lot of enemies, I think Hoover, FBI, etc., and of course, his assassination, in expanding, there's a certain level of woundedness. So I do wonder, the Jupiter expansion made him more vulnerable. It really activated that Chiron, which is about woundedness. And of course, he was assassinated. So I think that's really interesting. And that is also very, very much about his Pisces energy. Pisces is a martyr that can make you cry. So it could be a matter of really, with that Jupiter and Chiron together, he knew on a subconscious level that the more he expands, the more like vulnerable that he could be. But with that Pisces energy, he's like, I have to do this. I have to sacrifice. Yeah, exactly. Chiron, the wounded healer. And with that Jupiter, it really expands that woundedness. So he had a tremendous amount of woundedness in Taurus. And I think that he was able to really heal by expressing his voice because all of that Taurus energy, it makes perfect sense. He also, Saturn, 25 degrees Sagittarius, right in the galactic axis, galactic center. So again, he had a responsibility to really tap into the energy of the galactic. The galactic center is at 27 degrees Sagittarius. It's a static point. It's our galaxy. It's our Milky Way. And there's said to be very, very powerful, potent energy there. And with Saturn there's a certain responsibility that he may have had in tapping into that energy. And yeah, this is his chart. And that Saturn opposing Mars, well, that's an issue, right? The structure of Saturn in Sagittarius being opposed by Mars retrograde. Again, Saturn is structure. Mars is Mars is sharp objects. It's militia, guns. Um, so in a lot of respects, with Saturn being opposed by Mars, that could be reminiscent of his assassination. Um, really, it is about him having to deal with the structures in his life and also integrating that Mars energy as well. So that opposition, I think, is very, very telling in the sense that he most likely, his responsibility was already always pitted against energy that was sort of fighting it. So he held a certain level of responsibility in his life, Saturn, and with Mars opposing it, people were attacking that responsibility that he had, and really trying to, in some respects, throw stones at whatever he was trying to build up. So interestingly enough, yeah, motion of Mars, I would not, I think that Mars and Saturn are very, very telling, but Saturn's not, invincible at all, especially, with Mars there. I mean, this is a very strong Saturn guy, and that Mars can do a good deal on that Saturn. Unfortunately, I think it had. Other stuff that's interesting is that he does have this beautiful, what is it? A sextile? Excuse me, no, a trine between his Taurus, Chiron, Chiron and Jupiter in Taurus with his Neptune. Again, Neptune has to do with dreams, and it really is about understanding the truth of life with Pisces energy and Neptune energy. It's very much about realizing how we are all one, how we are all the same. There are different lessons that different races have. Like if you chose to come back as a certain race, then there's certain lessons that you have that are very much specific to you and your race, right? But that doesn't mean that we're not still all connected. So I think that he really spoke a lot about that and really taught us a great deal. Oh, it's evening. Are you on the UK in the UK, Love Angel? Nice to see you here. Saturn is harsh, but Saturn gets shit done. It really does. So yeah, this is Reverend Martin Luther King's chart. I hope you enjoyed it and you got a little bit better understanding of Dr. King. Let's just keep this in mind, not only on his day, but for the rest of our lives, especially as Uranus goes direct and Jupiter continues in Pisces. We're going to need that. So yeah. I hope you guys had a good time this morning. Like I said, unfortunately, this will be my only live this week, but I'm going to put timestamps on the video to let you know what's going on in case you want to return to the video and be like, oh, what's going on Wednesday, etc. But please like this video and subscribe to my channel. And if you are looking to find out what's going on in your chart and you want to find out what your cards have to say, just check me out at psychicsun.com and we'll hook you up with a reading. Yes, this is one of my favorite books on Saturn, actually. It really is very good. My pleasure, Florida Husky. I enjoyed your company too. You are in the UK. Very cool. Thank you for joining me. That makes me feel really international. Thank you, Spirit Matter. Thank you, Marla. Nice to see you. And I'm glad you enjoyed it. And yeah, we will put those timestamps up. Nice to see you, friend Marie, as well. All right, guys, we'll have a wonderful week, and I will see you live next Monday, the 24th, and enjoy this video if you're watching it later. I'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.